Collective, welcome, welcome. I'm Nikki, your local vegan tarotist. Thank you to everybody who is here, old or new. Anyone who has or will like, share, comment, subscribe, donate in any way that you support or contribute to this channel, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. More, please. Right? Something about gratitude. So we're going to do a very quick, I've got a timer set to keep me on track. I got a lot to do today. A lot that I want to do, not that I've got to do, right? So there is a lot about gratitude and grace, giving yourself grace. Wow, what is going on here? So I drove past a school and there was a crossing guard, this older gentleman. And bless his heart, he was trying, but he had the stop sign turned this way versus this way, and then he was telling people to come while the stop sign was this way. And so I stopped. It was at a four-way, regularly a two-way stop, but it was like, I was treating it like a four-way stop. And he waved me on, and I pointed to the stop sign, and he turned it, So there's something about mixed messages. Now, I don't read for people who are intentionally being confusing or toxic or any of that. So a lot of people will give energy to somebody because they're like, oh, I think I know that we're supposed to be together. I think I know that they love me or whatever. Believe what people show you. Believe their actions. So this is someone who there is something confusing or something delaying this union, but it's not what you think. All right. And it's nothing toxic. They're not giving to another party. They may be giving to third party, but it could be like work or family or their own healing process, which is really like first party energy. If they're healing themselves, like they need to work on that. You don't want them to come in. Now, a lot of times we think that we need to be completely healed before we're allowed to love, but love is the most healing frequency as well. So this could be someone who's self-sabotaging or delaying the connection because they think that they need to be somewhere else. So it's like the mixed signals. There is like a pause. It's like stop and go, stop and go. Which, yes, there is a fine line between that being toxic or being manipulative, but for some reason, and we'll get to the cards, but if that feels like the energy that you're dealing with, stay tuned and let's see. Four of Pentacles. Okay, this is somebody who's being like a miser with their energy. This is someone who's really not giving anything. It's not even like breadcrumbing. It's like someone who's like giving you nothing, but you feel like there's something. Now, if somebody's giving you something and what they're giving you is confusing energy, believe that. Believe that they are just giving you breadcrumbs. This person's not giving anything, which is confusing to the individual who wants to control or hasten the connection. They're like, I want it now. Why aren't you coming in? This person knows what they're doing. They know that they are holding back for a reason. They're holding back for good reason. Because they want to be honest. This is an honest masculine. Death could have Scorpio placements. The name Ryan could be significant here. And the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles in the feminine deck does feel like breadcrumbing. This is somebody who knows that they want to reciprocate. And right now, they, for whatever reason, feel like they can't. Christmas could be significant. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, this is the feminine dream here. The feminine dream is my dreams are your dreams. Our dreams, like you share the same dream. But for some reason, this masculine, they want to bring this into a balanced place because wherever they are right now, and that could be physical distance because we have this death kind of coming across here. The Right, Anthony Hopkins, I don't know his sign, but something about that movie, The Right, there is like a red-eyed mule or horse, something about a red eye. I mean, this is the fire horse. So it's like the fire burning in the eyes. They can see the path ahead, Pisces energy, third eye, they can see it. They can, and also cardinal energy, fire energy. You could have like strong cardinal or fire placements on the masculine side. But it's coming through with fixed water in scorpionic energy. So it's like an ending before something has to be laid to rest, because it doesn't feel, there's Virgo energy here as well. It doesn't feel, and Capricorn, it doesn't feel like, it's not the tower aspect. Death is something you allow. Death is something that you just sort of submit to, you accept. Endings are something you have to accept. So yeah, this could be a masculine who is like holding very tightly to the idea of perfection with that miser energy of and Virgo energy. They are looking for perfection. And the feminine's like, I need my masculine here to help me grow and create this dream. We're supposed to co-create this. That's our purpose, is to co-create this. This lighting reminds me of when I was in like on summer. I mean, we are technically on summer break. So something about, you could be a parent or have children. Well, if you have children, then you're a parent. Well, not everyone that has children is a parent. Anyway. That could be something you're dealing with, but we won't go down that path. But yeah, 10 of Swords. This ending is like, it's accepting that I am good enough. I am enough. That is is that a clothing brand? I am enough. Or something. I used to have a t-shirt when I worked at a gym, something about the East Coast. But there is, going to new lands. This is new territory. The feminine feels very boxed in by this though. 10 of Wands. Yeah, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. There are endings everywhere and they feel like they're closing in. They're like sandwiching this feminine. This feminine is like laying down the burden. And this feels like laying down the burden of your masculine. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, because you want this 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, 10 of Wands. That's confirmation here. Ace of Pentacles. Just knowing your worth and remembering. 6 of Pentacles to clarify the 6 of Pentacles. Rider Waite to Rider Waite. There's a lot of mirroring here. You're both going through endings. So this could be a feminine or masculine, but it feels more like it's on the feminine side. And again, it could be mutual because you're going to mirror each other, and you are mirroring each other here in this energy. So the 10 of Wands is confirming the 6 of Pentacles for the masculine. So wherever the masculine is giving their energy, they need to lay down that burden. And the feminine is asking them to lay down that burden. As the central truth to this, the divine truth in this connection is, if you want reciprocal energy, you must lay down a burden. You must lay down. This is 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is like overworking, giving outside of yourself. Ace of Pentacles is about like knowing your own value, giving to your own. Oh, we have the 6 of Swords in reverse. That's the rescue. That's the crossing water, changing things. Now that could be the masculine or whomever. If you are the masculine, this is your feminine. If you're the feminine, this is your masculine. It's your counterpart. Looking at this I almost said 6 of Wands. Somebody needs to work on their self-love. The number 6 is all about self and connection with source. It's agape love. You have to fill your own cup. You have to know your own worth, yada, yada, yada. I know we like getting that same message all the time. It's like, I know, but somebody's not getting it because somebody is putting all of their focus on their counterpart. And I feel like the counterpart is saying, the time will come. Knight of Pentacles. It's slow, and the Queen of Pentacles wants this love, but the Knight of Pentacles is working on their self-worth. And they may be doing that through third parties, right? They may be giving to another connection. So either way, the time is not now. right now, when you want it, it's when you are on the frequency of submission, of acceptance, that this is the way things must be. This is the process. Somebody has to give to themselves. Somebody may need to increase their value system, internal value system. Maybe they relied heavily on what others thought and what the external told them they were. Only when they got the validation outside of themselves did they feel worthy of love. But they've never felt like they were enough in any connection that they were in. And if they are giving to a current connection, they don't feel valuable in that. For whatever reason, it does not align with their value system. They don't want the same things. Pentacle energy is all about compatibility. There's something that they're giving energy to, whether it's the community, family, friends, work, their love life, wherever they're giving outside of themselves. That's the 10 of Wands. Outside of themselves is not aligned with their internal value system, with the Ace of Pentacles here. So once they go through this ego death, because the ego death is not just, I am worthless, my ego is pointless. No, an ego death is relinquishing control, relinquishing the idea of control, and submission to the divine. That's all, folks. All right. Well, I hope that there was something in here for you. You could be doing something therapeutic. I've got some gardening stuff to do today. I get to do today. I don't have to do it for sure, but I almost have to do it for that self-love, because it's been a major component to my own therapy, my own healing process. Like it just, and being in a van for a year did not cater to that, because I was not able to really do my gardening. So now that I'm in a place of stillness, in a place of groundedness with this earth energy, I can give to that. So whatever, and comment below to clarify or confirm that if that is something you resonate with, that whatever you do, some people run, I don't, but whatever your therapy is, some people read, I don't. So whatever your therapy is, it doesn't necessarily have to be conventional therapy where you sit on a couch. Maybe it is. Maybe you are kind of giving this confusion and this anxiety and this disruption of the mind and the heart and the spirit to somebody else. Could be something with, if you are religious, if you do go to any place of spiritual practice, maybe you're giving it to somebody who's like a mentor or a little bit more advanced than you, or on a little bit more of a higher connection with source, right? That Hierophant energy, you're giving it to like somebody else. You could be going to yoga or going to like a dance class or something. You're giving it to somebody else, maybe because with that like summer break, it's like you can actually give to like a teacher, and that can be in any area of your life, right? It's like you're outsourcing, you're resourcing ways to love yourself, ways to give back to yourself, ways to balance your energy and be compatible with your own self. Because when you're giving outside of yourself, you're never going to be giving truly to yourself. You're never going to be acting like yourself, thinking like yourself. Like the thoughts with the 10 of Swords, the thoughts and actions and everything around you, it just doesn't feel like you. So the summer break, whether there's children involved, whether you're a teacher, whether that's like maybe you've been going to school or working, and now for whatever reason, maybe you're working a seasonal position, something where it's like you're in a period where the universe is giving you the opportunity, like a tower, but it's with more ease, like this death energy, where you can just allow yourself to be in a period of giving back to you. What really means something to you, giving to your dreams. So if you did lose a job, or if you did go through a breakup, or whatever this ending may be, or you just realized the people around you were not compatible or aligned with you long term, you can just say, you're allowing that. You're submitting to that process, and you're saying, I don't really understand right now why, but I'm going to keep moving forward in this year of the fire horse. I'm just going to keep moving forward with the chariot. The chariot energy is following your heart, and you're going to just sort of give to this old dream of yours. And by doing so, you're aligning with your person, but most importantly, you're aligning with yourself. And that's, I know for some people that's going to sound cheesy because you are not used to giving to yourself, and you're reluctant to do so because you've only ever given outside of yourself. But that is what the universe is saying. If you want this love, you need to really align with yourself, because otherwise you're going to keep aligning with people that are falling for the mask that you've put up. They're falling for whatever pretense you've put out there, whatever facade you've built. And they're just not going to be aligned with your truth. So this is aligning with your truth. Asking questions like, what do I want? Who am I? Why? A lot of why questions with that Virgo energy, right? That's the why kid of the zodiac. It's needing to know why. And instead of needing to know why other people are acting this way, or why other people are treating you this way, or why things outside of you are not working out, it's, why do I want that person? Why do I care? Why did I want that thing to work? All right? And why am I in this period of unrest? Because when you are in a period of unrest, the universe is telling you, you need to rest. You need to go within and hold on to what you have and use your internal resources. That could look like a lot of things, but you've been giving too much outside of yourself. That can be substance use. That can be overindulgence in things, right? Shopping, anything like that. Like, it's with the pentacles, like, you're giving your resources outside of yourself. You need to fill your resources within. And that could look like, balancing your money. Somebody could be balancing a checkbook or their budget, right? But it's things of the tangible. Your external world right now does not feel balanced. And in order to do so with the Six of Pentacles, if you want to give to each other and to the community, and you know that that's your purpose, you first need to give to yourself. All right? Maybe you've been loaning money out. Maybe you've been loaning your energy out. Think of the 5 love languages. What is your love language? Instead of giving that to others, and that may sound selfish because it is, but you need to give to the self first. So I just feel like I have to keep repeating that, and I'm just being redundant here. But like, somebody is not getting it in this collective. They're not getting how important giving to the self is. And they're not used to that. And it makes them, it's making them feel uneasy. And that is indicative. If it makes you feel uneasy, or if you feel like a tinge of irritation at the term self-love, or like self at all, that is indicative of a fracture in your value system, where you were not given love as a child. You were not given love by other people where you needed it most. So you give it to others, but if you're giving it to others when you haven't given it to yourself, you're only going to be giving to takers. And this person is ready to give. The Six of Pentacles is giving, receiving. It's very reciprocal. So that's why they're not coming in with the Six of Swords in reverse, because you have not laid down the burden of giving outside of yourself. Okay, hopefully there was something in here for you. Thank you. And until next time, I wish you well.